see what's in here. There's a zip tie on here. Got it. Remember not too long ago when we flew from Vietnam to New York on those really cheap business class tickets?
Well, this morning we are back at the airport to do it all over again.
We have just enough time in the lounge for a coffee and a massage.
So last time we did this flight, we ended up making some new friends, and we did a lot more hanging out with them and a lot less filming than we intended to. It was a lot of fun, but we're gonna do a better job of capturing the business class experience this time.
Our first flight is from Penang to Hong Kong. Did you get some flights? Thank you.
First officer collar 2 here in the front, and in the back your senior purser is Jessica Lvly, and the rest of the cabin crew would like to welcome all on board this Cathay Dragon flight to Hong Kong.
We skipped the main meal on this flight to save room for the food in the business class lounge.
And now we have a 3-hour layover at one of our favorite airports in the world. You may be wondering why we are paying to fly all the way back to the other side of the world in business class when we basically just got back to this side of the world.
So there are a few reasons, but the first and main reason is that we got an incredible deal on these tickets. They should have cost between $5,000 and $10,000, but instead we paid less than $700.
And we had a couple important life events back home that we really wanted to attend. The first one being my cousin Amy's wedding back in Michigan. And the second one is Nate's grandparents' 60th wedding anniversary celebration, which has kind of turned into a big family reunion, and that's where we're going now.
So obviously it wasn't necessary for us to fly back to Vietnam between these two trips, considering that they were less than 3 weeks apart. However, with these two flights being in business class, we're gonna earn One World Sapphire status in less than a month. That status will give us priority check-in, extra baggage, priority boarding, and most importantly, access to One World business class lounges, which are pretty nice.
Cheers! We are currently in the Wing business class lounge, which is kind of a downgrade because we used to have access to the first class lounge. But we are super grateful to be here because this is the first time we've had status in 2 years. Plus there's a noodle bar here and espresso martinis. Can I get 1 dan dan noodles, wonton noodles, soup? And this is why we did not eat on the plane. Although it was very tempting, we knew it would be worth the wait. So we just ordered chicken steamed dumplings, which is one of my personal favorites, wonton soup, and dan dan noodles. I'm convinced that Hong Kong has the best buns in the world. That might be because Hong Kong is where we had our very first steamed bun.
Ah!
It's called a bun. Let's go eat it.
How do we eat this thing?
We eat it with our hand. After being in the lounge for a couple of hours, we've noticed a few key differences between the business and the first class lounge.
We realized how spoiled this sounds.
The first thing we noticed was how many people were in there. It was really hard to find 2 seats together. The second thing is the showers. They don't have the big, beautiful cabanas with the tub and the shower, like your own private room. It's just regular showers.
But we didn't shower, so that didn't really matter.
And third, instead of like a sit-down, beautiful restaurant where they bring you your food, you have to get up and go order your food and bring it back to the table by yourself.
But to be fair, the food and the drinks were just as good. Also, you get the same beautiful view that you get in the first class lounge, so all in all, it was pretty good.
Great. We're very happy. hours was definitely not long enough, but how can you be too sad when you're about to board a 16-hour business class flight? And this is home for the next 16 hours. Real quick before we take off, we both have window seats for the first time. I love this space. It's very private. It faces the window. We have a very nice quilt, pillow, water bottle, a mini kit, and headphones. Lots of buttons, lay flat seats, a menu. Ooh, yeah. Socks with slippies, eye mask, mouthwash, lotion, hand cream, lip balm, toothbrush and toothpaste, earbuds, and a cute bag. And now we're taking off. Pasta for breakfast with coffee.
Cathay touching down at 9 p.m. in the evening and disembarking the aircraft shortly thereafter at 5 minutes past 9.
United States Immigration and Customs Authority.
5 hours of sleep and an entire season of Game of Thrones later, we have made it to New York.
That is one of my favorite flights we have ever been on because the flight attendants were the best. Maverick, Rachel, and Alexandra, I'll always remember you, and I hope that we get to fly together again soon. And they gave me Cathay Pacific playing cards.
Making friends everywhere you go. Missed you.
I missed you too. They gave me so much chocolate.
All right, now we have a 14-hour overnight layover here in New York, and to make things even more convenient, we fly out of Newark Airport in the morning, which is an hour across the city.
And a $150 Uber ride.
Which gave us a little bit of sticker shock considering we just came from Vietnam where we paid $1.50 to get to the airport.
But thankfully we ran into somebody who watches our videos who lives here, and he helped us navigate the public transportation system.
So we bought a Metro Pass, train ticket, we'll buy another train ticket, and then at some point tonight we'll get to our hotel.
The whole thing should take almost 2 hours, but it was half the price.
We'll see if it's all worth it. Okay, we have 8 minutes to catch our next train, otherwise we have to wait till midnight. We made it. We're on the train. We're paying like $10 extra to buy our tickets on the train because we didn't have time to buy them in the machine.
Still cheaper than Uber.
Yeah.
Still better than going to buy a ticket somewhere else and missing this train.
It was gonna be another 30
We wouldn't
minutes.
have had time for sure. I'm glad we got on.
We're almost there.
It feels weird being in America doing this.
I know, I was like wandering my way through the train station trying to figure out what to do, and I was like, everybody speaks English. I can just ask somebody.
It was weird.
So I did, and I really scared a guy. I don't think a lot of people talk to each other in New York. I was like, excuse me, and he was like, whoa.
Thanks. All right, buying one more ticket. I think this is our 5th ticket.
I have so many receipts and pieces of paper. I booked the wrong hotel.
What do you mean?
It's 20 minutes away.
Oh,
I didn't book the one at the airport.
Oh no.
I don't know. This is a long process. I still don't know how it's going to turn out, but the guy on the phone has been extremely helpful. I think it's going to happen. I think they're changing it for me. Okay, that's perfect.
What's happening?
Okay. This is going to be a visa. Let's go!
Okay, so after all of that, the last free shuttle to the hotel just left. So we're either gonna have to go ahead and spend money on an Uber, which we should have just done in the first place.
I don't even think we can get an Uber. I don't even know where we go to get a car.
So that celebration didn't last very long.
Bye. We're sitting in a shuttle bus, which is great. She said 15 or 20 minutes. We're gonna get there eventually. Yeah. Thank you.
Lovely. Whew. I'm convinced that Hong Kong has the best. Oop, there's Baker. Don't want to eat that. It's so crazy to me to think that there was a time in my life when I didn't know what a bun was. Beautiful. And this is home for the next 16 hours.
It's your photo shoot?
Yeah.
Fueling, baggage handlers and loading has been delayed. The good news is, I've been advised all passengers are on board now. We are just finishing the last of the fueling, so I hope to be pushing back in the next 10 to 15 minutes. For the weather today, we are expecting